as a faceless channel,
Yeah.
we have to use all sorts of ways to make our production video friendly.
Talk to me about, because you already went through the process of the voice.
Yeah.
And so how close is it to your voice? Like if I answered the phone and AI answered, would I be able to recognize?
Oh, yeah. So let me just explain. First of all, what we're talking about, if we're cutting in onto YouTube right now, is like voice-generated AI. Your voice.
Yeah, your voice.
But you type it in and AI reads it in your voice. Someone would say, why would you want to do that? It's difficult voiceovering things.
Right.
But obviously, this could be done maliciously. You could trick someone into thinking. So they make you basically do all this stuff into beginning. You have to say so many things. Like the process was like I had to read all this stuff, all these sentences, and then I had to say it on video with my license type thing. So there's all these measures to take place to make sure you're doing your voice for whatever reason. And for us, we can narrate our channels, which is huge to narrate it in your own voice, because then if you pop on to say something, then it's a lot less intrusive. People kind of know you in a weird way. But also for direct business reasons, sponsors don't want to work with you when your audience doesn't recognize who you are.
Right.
So again,
they want to work with people. They want to build a relationship with people, not channels.
And as a workflow, like, hey guys, these videos not got to get put out, right? The story's here. What are we waiting on? Oh, we're waiting on you. It's like, oh, all right. Well, I don't, how do we fix this in a workflow situation? So there's all sorts of reasons to actually do it.
Right.
But yeah, it's scary as like, even when I watch them sometimes, I'm like, holy. But I would say it doesn't have inflections of people down just yet.
Right. But it's coming.
Oh, hell yeah. And the more, if I gave it more, I'll bet you it would start to learn those. If I read 1,000 or 1,000,000 things to it, I'll bet you it would figure it out. But it's crazy. Let's play one right now real quick. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. Today, we hear from Bill Dolan, a TV director whose life was forever changed when his heart stopped mid-flight to Nashville for a documentary project. The profound encounter with the divine that followed transformed his life, and what he learned on the other side will leave you speechless. So that was the intro of a Beyond the Veil video.
Right.
Which is a near-death experience channel where we like to kind of...
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable. But you hear what I'm talking about, how it's very monotone. It's a very monotone version of my voice, which is fine.
Yeah.
I prefer it. But that's where I see the biggest difference. And, we also do it for...
Wouldn't that be crazy if you were AI right now in this video?
Yeah, like, how would you know? You wouldn't know. Luma Labs is making my video, and...
This is all AI generated, by the way. We're not even here.
No. I mean, that's where it is going. It's like, we did that too. Yeah. We did that with Studio ID.
That's right. You make an avatar.
We made a host. Yeah. Now, of course, it's slightly cartoonish still, but think about where it's going. This is version A. Yeah. We're running that right now as B-roll. Yeah. This is a host. We gave him a voice. He talked like this and this and that. Actually, just run a clip of him real quick. Yeah.
In the heart of New Jersey lies Greyston Asylum, a decaying monument to the past. Its dark history includes a legendary folk singer, Woody Guthrie, who was committed there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Outer Realm, where we delve deep into the eerie and enigmatic tales that defy the boundaries of the unknown.
So that was Ambrose Ironwood, our host for the Outer Realm, for a brief time. It just became a little too difficult to do it, but his name is Ambrose Ironwood, AI. It's, stupid and fun, and we love it. And but that's another example of, AI is getting kind of crazy. And it's nice to be able to use it, though. And it's pretty cheap. That's another thing. As a video producer, like, shit, man, this is cheap stuff. We're talking like $30 a month cheap, or like $100 a month for the host thing. Like, you got to learn it, but after that, it's like, holy shit, this is cheap.
I think the other important factor here is that, what I'm finding is the common denominator from all these conversations of AI is that it's not just like a do-it-yourself or AI does it for you. It's you're doing it together. It's like you're a cyborg, right? Like yes, you're using the technology, but as an artist, you still have to massage it into something and make it transformative if you want high level
It's like quality. A phone.
Yeah.
The phone's in your pocket. You're part cyborg at this point because you and your phone are working together all the time, but you still have to tell it what to do, what you want.
Yeah.
And it's similar to AI, is that it can't just do for you. You do have to communicate through, and it's early, so you got to also communicate. You got to fine tune it. You got to communicate through the process. That's not what I meant. I meant this.
I think the silver lining to all this AI stuff that people are afraid of, they're like, like AI is just going to they're going to take our jobs. It's like, okay. It's like, look, like AI, no matter what, because you have consumers, if you're going to want to, because you can obviously tell the AI production, like the stuff that's not great with AI, you know what I mean? Like you see a lot of these channels that are AI, it's like, welcome to the show. And
you've heard the voice 1,000 times.
Yeah.
That's another reason why having your own voice is cool, is because it is your voice.
Yeah.
It is different than all the other channels. I've heard the same AI voices across dozens of channels, and they're all the best ones. Like 11 Labs has like 3 or 4 good ones, and the rest are kind of trash in my opinion, for one reason or another.
Yep.
Everyone else thinks the same thing, and that's why you hear those same 3 or 4 across everyone's channels. It's pretty friggin' easy. Yeah. Besides that, to get it really precise for the feel you want or the scene you want, it can require some work, but holy crap, this thing is incredibly powerful, and I don't know where it's going to go, but like you're going to be able to, generate video of, so many things. I'm sure there's going to be safety things put in place, similar to what the audio generation is, like, which we talk about in another video, but like you have to, in order for it to use someone's voice, you have to say all these things, which we've done. And you have to send in a picture of your license and this and that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and I'm sure that video is going the same way.
Well, that kind of, because I was going to ask a question, because I thought of this as, an opportunity. Again, it could be used maliciously with all AI tools. But I had this idea and this thought that I was going to take, because you talk about AI voice, right?
Right.
I had this idea that I wanted to get all these recordings from my dad who passed away.
Yeah.
And put that together and almost be like, for me, because my family probably wouldn't like it as much, but for me, being able to like talk to him, I thought it was like kind of like a cool healing process, right? So thinking about that for like a legacy, right? Being able to have like this, like,
that's what I mean. I mean, just like what you're saying, like that, where's this going to go?
Wouldn't that be incredible? That, like, for some people, like other people will find that like very normative.
I've never thought of that.
But like, imagine like being able to go to like, my dad, right? Like going to his like .com, right? And then being able to go and just ask him a question, right?
Damn, that's
right?
freaking mind blowing.
And using AI, so now you're seeing him. AI has all of his like, like
inflection points.
Yeah, like you could add like all these old videos, like, just like you could do with like any of these chat GPTs. And now all of a sudden you have this like, like an actual memorial. So like when you go to his tombstone, you click this thing, like this QR code, and like now you're talking to him while he's there. Like that would be, it's weird to think about, but that's where this shit is headed.
It is headed there. And, you add the holograms that they're, are already probably close to consumer level with. They're still a little expensive, but like when all this stuff comes to consumer level and kids are doing it on their phone with apps, like where the hell is this thing going to go?
Right. And think about how therapeutic that it would be for some people.
Yeah.
Right. You lost somebody that you didn't get to say goodbye to. Mm-hmm. And you're like, hey, like, Dad, do you remember that time where we got Oreos down in, whatever it was? Like, I'm thinking about this,
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I was just like, and then all of a sudden, anyway, so I don't want to go any further than that, but the idea and the thought is like, you can get very creative with this.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what the argument's going to be soon.
Yeah.
It's all fake this, it's all fake that, and whatever you don't believe is fake this, or it's going to get weird. And honestly, it's like, although I don't agree with it, that whole truth, like a board of truth or something, is like very 1984 Orwellian and scary sounding, but like, shit, you might friggin' need one at some point.
Right.
And I hate to say that, but good Lord, seeing with this AI stuff, I'm like, well, yeah, you're going to need to understand. There's going to have to be regulation of some sort because it's too powerful.
Yeah.
So there's going to have to be some sort of regulation. It's very scary as someone to say, well, we'll have a ministry of truth. I think that's what they're going to call it. It's like, well, that sounds terrifying, buddy. We'll have the ministry of truth. But at some point, maybe rebrand it. Good Lord.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to need something like that. Like, I mean, how the hell aren't you going to be able to tell?
I don't know.
It's going to be every man for himself. That's going to get very up and weird. But anyway, from a video production route. I love it.
Shape it, replacing the truth. I really can't hate it, but the lies are so creative. I don't mean to celebrate it, but it's cool. But look, the more that I deny you, as the fuel to the fire, your delusions I desire, but it's cool.